We live in the loudest era of human history. Our attention is auctioned off to the highest bidder, and our dreams are often buried under the weight of hustle culture and burnout. You feel it, don't you? That constant hum of anxiety, the feeling that you're running a race with no finish line. But what if the secret to navigating this chaos was discovered a century ago by a man who saw the future before it even arrived? Nikola Tesla wasn't just an inventor, he was a master of the human mind. He didn't just build machines, he built a mental sanctuary that allowed him to touch the stars while others were stuck in the mud. Today, we aren't just looking at his inventions, we're decoding his wisdom to help you reclaim your focus, your peace, and your power. Module 1. The Power of Solitude. Quote, "Be alone. That is the secret of invention. Be alone. That is when ideas are born." In a world that demands you be constantly connected, Tesla's first lesson is a radical act of rebellion. Seek solitude. We've become afraid of the silence, filling every gap with a podcast or a scroll. But your best ideas, the ones that will actually change your life, are shy. They won't come out in a crowded room. They wait for the quiet. When you step away from the noise of other people's opinions, you finally give your own voice room to breathe. Don't fear being alone. It's not loneliness. It's the laboratory of the soul. Transition. But once you are alone with your thoughts, how do you handle the internal storms? Module 2. Mastering Internal Resistance. Quote, "Our virtues and our failings are inseparable, like force and matter. When they separate, man is no more. We spend so much energy trying to kill our flaws, trying to become some perfect version of ourselves." Tesla understood the physics of the human spirit. Your shadows, your restlessness, your intensity, even your quirks, are the very things that fuel your light. You cannot have the force of your ambition without the matter of your struggles. Stop trying to be a saint and start being a creator. Accept the friction within you. It's exactly what generates the spark. Transition. That spark, however, is useless if it isn't channeled into a clear vision. Module 3. The Mental Simulation. Quote, "I do not rush into actual work. When I get an idea, I start at once building it up in my imagination. I change the construction, make improvements, and operate the device in my mind." How often do we start a project only to quit when the first obstacle appears? Tesla's secret was the mental blueprint. Before he ever touched a tool, he lived with his inventions in his mind for weeks. He saw them fail, he fixed them, and he saw them succeed, all before they existed in the physical world. In your life, don't just busy yourself. Visualize the outcome. Walk through the steps in your mind until the path is so clear that the actual work becomes an inevitability, not a chore. Transition. Visualizing the future is one thing, but how do we endure the wait for it to arrive? Module 4. Patience as a Virtue. Quote, "The individual is ephemeral. Races and nations come and pass away, but man remains." We want results yesterday. The viral post, the overnight success, the quick fix. But Tesla looked at time through the lens of centuries. He knew that true work, work that matters, transcends the current moment. When you feel like you're failing because you aren't there yet, remember that you are part of a much larger story. Your current struggle is a heartbeat in the life of your legacy. Zoom out. Breathe. The world may be fast, but greatness is slow. Transition. To sustain that long-term effort, you must protect your most valuable resource. Module 5. The Gift of Adversity. Quote, "The hard struggles of my youth, though they were then regarded as misfortunes, have proved to be the greatest of my blessings." Tesla's life was not a straight line of triumphs. It was a series of betrayals, poverty, and isolation. Yet, looking back, he saw those misfortunes as his greatest teachers. If you are in the middle of a storm right now, if you've lost your job, your confidence, or your way, know that this is your forge. The heat isn't there to burn you. It's there to temper you. The struggle you hate today is building the character you'll need for the victory of tomorrow. Transition. And in that struggle, where do we find our true source of energy? Module 6. Energy, Frequency, and Vibration. Quote, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." This is Tesla's most famous command. It's easy to get bogged down in the physical problems, the bills, the emails, the to-do lists. But Tesla invites us to look deeper. Everything around you, your home, your friends, the media you consume, has a frequency. If you feel drained, you are likely vibrating at the wrong level. Change your environment. Change your inputs. If you want a different life, you must become a different signal. You are a radio. Make sure you're tuned to the frequency of the life you want to lead. Transition. Finally, remember why we do any of this at all. Module 7. The Purpose of Progress. Quote, "What we now want is closer contact and better understanding between individuals and communities, and the elimination of egoism." At the end of his life, Tesla wasn't obsessed with his name or his wealth. He was obsessed with the connection of humanity. Your self-improvement journey isn't just about you getting better or richer. It's about becoming a more capable human being so you can contribute to the whole. When you let go of the ego, the me, you unlock a level of power that the selfish can never touch. True genius isn't about standing above others. It's about lighting the way for them. Globe from space at night. City lights connecting like a neural network. Single candle lighting others.